Hey guys, it's Varel with the Akron Running Project. I'm just going to go over a couple combinations and a little flair to a yoga sequence that combines yoga plus some DNS, which is dynamic neuromuscular stabilization principles, all focusing on control, mobility, and the support throughout. So it's a pretty cool sequence. It's going to take a break throughout. Completely fine, just pick up where you left off at, and then to add some flair, just kind of add to it, and some of the videos that we've already created on our pages before, you can add and spice it up to make it a little bit challenging for you. So I know we got the races coming up. I'm excited about it. Hope you guys are as well. So this is something that you can use to warm up the toes, ankles, knees, hips, all the way through the spine and even into the shoulders, while keeping that head nice and tall and keeping our principle throughout yoga and different things is tall spine and other forms of neutral spine. So basically we don't want the curve from an arch or from a rounding standpoint, unless we're going to do a cat-cow position, which we'll do today. So you can rewind this, you can repeat this 1 or 2 times, even up to 3 times if you want to, or just combine it to your daily routine for a warm-up. It's going to work every joint, especially starting off with the big toe, the toes, making sure that we have extension throughout our toes, which is very important for our push-off and very important for the toe glute connection to the deep external rotators in our hips. So it's very important to make sure that those toes can move. They can spread pretty wide and they can cover more surface on the ground. So we're going to start off in a child's pose, like most places start. Some can start on the back. It just depends on your practice and the instructors. Over at Yoga Bliss, a couple of us do different techniques and styles depending on what class is taught. So check it out because it's really cool, the differences in the flows. So we'll start off in our child's pose, nice and wide, fingers nice and spread, making connection with the mat. Nice deep breaths. So we can go 5 cycles here, and then what we'll creep out to the left. Our right arm will reach towards the left edge of the mat to get a nice side stretch to start off. Nice deep breaths from the stomach, the side, and even into the back. 360 breathing. And then we'll walk our hands back up to the center. Couple breaths here. Nice and controlled. Find connection with your mat. Then we'll go out to the left side. Nice little stretch on the left side of the chain. 3 to 5 breaths of each pose or position. Then we'll come back to the middle, child's pose. Fingers nice and spread, and then we'll come up to our tabletop, find position, our wrist right under our shoulders, fingers nice and spread across our yoga mat. This part, make sure it's nice and connected. You can think about your index finger and your thumb spreading so you can make more contact with the yoga mat. Up the elbow is soft, it's not hyperextended, it has a soft bend. And into the shoulders, you are not dropping in, you're pressing away to activate those deep external rotators and support muscles in the shoulder, specifically one of the support muscles, the serratus anterior. So from here, the feet will be nice and relaxed, and we'll go a couple cat-cow, so you can go 3 to 5 cycles of just cat-cow. So you're inhaling in, and then you're exhaling, the belly is dropping down to the mat. The head is coming up. So we're working on some good mobility through our thoracic spine, into our lumbar spine, as we go up and down throughout our cat-cow. From here, our fingers will stay spread, soft bend in the elbows. We're going to drive back, working on our hip flexion into our knees or into our hips. This part here, our spine is staying neutral, chin is tucked, we're not arching, which is this way, and we're not rounding out. The spine is thinking as we have a string and we're being pulled into a neutral spine position. Our lower pelvic region is nice and in line. It's not arched, it's not rounded. You're pushing away. As we come back up, we're going to use this part of our leg to press into our yoga mat. Nice and controlled, even on both sides. Here, and we're coming back up to tabletop. We're lowering down to first position, which is a DNS principle. Here, we're going up and back down. We'll do this 5 times. Spine staying neutral. You're not dropping into the shoulders. Everything is staying activated to activate the arms. As we come up, we're not going to hyperextend. We're going to keep a soft bend. One thing that I forgot to add, you want to make sure that your elbow crease here is rotated out as if you're turning a jar. That's going to activate those deep external rotators. So keeping all of that in mind, you're dropping down, pressing up, and coming here. After about 5 rounds, the toes will now tuck. The biggest emphasis is making sure the big toe is basically in an extended position. We need to have a good extension mobility through our big toe for anything through gait and through running. So if we don't have the extension, we're going to usually offset it, and then most people will put the weight on the outside of their leg or outside of their toes, and you can get numbness and tingling, and you can actually end up with a higher risk of a stress fracture on the outside of your leg, or coming up your outside of your leg, some pain. So making sure the big toe is connected, the toes are trying to be connected as well, extended, and what you're going to do, the same concept, finger spread, soft elbow, elbow rotated out, pressed away, and we're pushing and driving through our mat. And now we're driving back up through our toes. Back down, getting a good stretch in those toes, increasing that extension through the great toe and all the toes. And we're coming back up. You can do this 3 to 5 times. Then you'll come back up to more of a tabletop. Keep the toes extended, fingers spread, making sure you're pressed away, and we're just going to open up for rotation, making sure we're stabilized. If that's too much, you can put your hand here and open up. Most people will have differences on both sides, or differences on one side. One side may be more than the other. As you can see, my rotation is not the best, and I need to work on it. Option there. 3 to 5 cycles there. So once you're in that position and you get through, make sure your fingers are spread, pressed away, and you lift up. This is considered a bear. From bear, you'll press up, the butt will rise, and then you'll drop down to your knees being just below parallel. The emphasis on this is to get the stretch through the toes, improving mobility throughout your big toe and your small toes. I don't want the knees spread in or out. Try to keep it in line. Keep the principles in the shoulder. You're rising up more to a small downward dog, and then back down. Up and back down. If it's in your strength or practice, you can go up one leg and down, one leg and down, which is considered, it's actually a modified 3-leg dog versus keeping the leg straight out, the leg is staying bent. And you're increasing mobility through the shoulders, stability through the shoulders, and mobility through the toes and great toe. After doing 5 or so on double leg and single leg, make sure you get nice and control here. Back to our bear. Rotate open and back down. Find the stability. Rotate open and back down. You can repeat that 3 to 5 times on each side. From this position, for me, for my mobility, I have to walk, bring my goats to my toes. We can walk up. From here, feet can stay together. Feet can go about hip width, whatever is in your practice. And what we'll do from here, we'll go into a ragdoll position just to relax the back. 3 to 5 breaths. Soft bend in the knee. Arms will come back down. We'll inhale up to mountain pose. Nice and controlled, no arch in the back. Neutral spine. Hands will drop down for our forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Step back, get your feet, get everything planted. Fingers spread. Low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Nice deep breath. Exhale, roll over toes to downward dog. 3 to 5 breaths here. And after you complete here, you can go back into a bear position. From downward dog to bear, and repeat the cycle 3 to 5 times. So for each position, you want to hold that for 3 breaths minimum, up to 5 breaths, whatever's in your practice. As you get stronger, you can try longer if you want, or you can intermingle it with other things that you're doing. It's a really cool warm up, or you can do this actually after your run. But what it does, it focuses on the stability of the spine, the mobility in the hips and shoulders. So for runners, making sure we're stable, we can pump, and using our lower legs. So good luck this weekend, or whenever you guys do your race. Make sure you tag us on your social media platforms. We can't wait to see how you guys run and see how you guys do. And be safe out there. Make sure you guys are hydrating. Make sure you guys are increasing your sleep. Make sure you guys rest and your nutrition is proper. So if you have any questions with that, our program that we have done over the last couple weeks can answer all of those things, from nutrition to some strengthening, stability, some mobility, some coaching, and just basically enjoying ourselves as we get through the times that we're going through right now. So good luck, have fun, and we'll see you on the other side.